remembered that I'm the co-host.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right. All right. Okay, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, good evening to everyone as usual. I wish everyone that may this evening also become a very happy evening with a lot of spiritual development. We have to understand each and every week we have to put effort. So you try to give your everything to come and participate in person if possible. If cannot, so we have recordings on YouTube, so you can watch them and you can practice them on Saturday or Sunday. So somehow keep on practicing. That is the most important thing. Continuation is very important. Dedication is very important. These are not just theories to philosophically entertain you. These are things that you should practice and gain good results. So, only by knowing the theory, nothing will happen. Just like this. So, there is a doctor. To meet this doctor, a patient goes. This patient is very sick. He is desperate to have help. So he goes to the doctor and asks, "Doctor, I'm very sick. So can you please help me?" Then what that doctor does is he checks the patient and gets to know what is the cause of this sickness. Then that doctor explains, this is the cause of your sickness and these are the medications. So please go home and take this medication. If you take this medication, then definitely you will be fine. Listening to that description, the patient becomes so devout, so happy, so pleasant about the doctor. What he does is he takes the prescription home. He takes a doctor's picture and then he or she keeps that picture on a particular table and starts to chant the prescription in the morning and in the evening. one tablet after the breakfast and one tablet after the dinner. So one handful of one spoon of syrup. So for the morning, 1 spoon of syrup for the evening. That person chants every day, every morning, every evening. But what will happen is the sickness will grow. Now the patient is critical. He he or she so then runs to the doctor again and goes back and asks, doctor, I tried, I chanted your medication every morning and evening, but I'm the same. I'm the same. So what should I do? Then if the doctor is wife, he will say, so what has happened is, even though I gave you the prescription, you haven't used it. So go to a pharmacy, buy this medication and use so that you will get better. Like that. These teachings, they are not here for you to entertain yourself philosophically. They are here to practice. So just like for you to develop negative thoughts, it's not a struggle, because throughout many, I don't know whether you believe about past life, for so many lives, you are practicing a lot of negative thoughts, being born into various kinds of fields. So developing negative thoughts is not a difficult thing for most of us. So, but to develop positive thoughts and to develop calmness, peace of mind, it's a struggle at the beginning, when you start. So you have to give you everything and you have to work hard for your own benefit. You have to understand that you are striving hard, not for anybody else first. You are not doing it for the Buddha. You are not doing it for me. And you are not doing it for anybody else. First of all, you practice for yourself. You have to understand that. If not, so if you don't have that understanding, so after some time, you'll give up. It's very easy to give up. Many of us, we have the courage to start. Not everybody have the courage to start, but some people have the courage to start, but they don't have the courage to continue. So among them too, among the people who continue, so those who continue until they reach their final goal are the least. So I wish that you develop the first courage. You have developed the first courage already. So develop the second courage and then move to the third courage. That should be there when you practice. And when you observe the breath, at that moment, let each and everything go. Right? Let each and everything go away. That means put aside each and everything that you deal with during your life, day-to-day life. For an example, you might develop thoughts about your home, your family members. Keep them aside give them a rest. Say, rest them for a while. For 30 minutes, give them a rest. Don't think about it. And then your workplace, keep it aside too. And let your workplace to be there at least for 30 minutes. Better you retire at 5 o'clock, but most of us bring it home too. So somehow, so at least for 30 minutes, don't think about your workplace and about past incidents, future incidents. So worrying about the past, let it go for 30 minutes. Keep aside the thoughts about future for 30 minutes. And be there with the breath completely. When the breath is coming in, be fully aware. Be fully aware. Just be the observer and don't be the controller. Your job is just to observe. Your job is just to observe. Be the observer. Just like last week I taught you, be a gatekeeper. So when there is a gatekeeper, so gatekeeper is only responsible about the people who are entering through the gate. He or she checks that very each and every individual one by one, right? And that gatekeeper doesn't bother about the things which are happening inside. That gatekeeper doesn't bother about the things that are happening outside, right? He or she only cares about the things which are happening around the gate. Just like that, be with the breath within the limited area which is given. Don't go with the breath all the way in. So be with the breath and observe the breath only up to the end of your nostrils. So don't go all the way in. So breath will go and will touch the end of your nostrils. The end of your nostrils. So for some time, try to find out that particular area, and then so just observe the breath up to that level. That's it. So give your entire attention and observe the breath until it goes and touch the end of your nostrils. When it comes back, it will touch the very same area. So then start observation again. So until then, what you do, you will wait patiently. You will wait patiently, very patiently, very ardently, with an awakened mind. With an awakened mind. Laziless, awakened mind. Keep on waiting, developing patience. Don't think about anything else. Keep on focusing on the breath and wait until, just like you wait until someone comes to your home. Keep on waiting, developing patience. So it will come back, it will touch the very same area, the end of your nostrils, and slowly it will go out. So keep on observing that breath. So if it is long, be aware. If it is short, be aware. If it is soft, if it is gross, be aware as it is. Your job is just that. So by that way, let your mind to develop its own concentration. So if you can focus from moment to moment, don't bother about the next moment. Don't bother about the moment which is gone. Deal with this moment right now, and be with this breath. This breath. Give your entire attention and keep on observing. So various kinds of thoughts come. At such times, let them know. At this time, the most important thing for me is nothing else but the breath. So I will pay my entire attention to the breath. If you stay, if I want to think about this, I will think about 30 minutes later. Until then, I don't, if you want to stay, stay. If you want to go, go. For now, I will only focus on my breath. Give your entire strength, give your entire focus, and keep on observing. Very ardently, giving your entire attention. Being very patient, very vigilant. And at the same time, please be aware about your back too. Right? So while focusing on the breath, be aware about your back, and so keep it straight. Keep it straight to help you to stay vigilant, to help you to stay awake. Right? So if not, Sometimes, so you'll doubt about your own vigilance, and then sometimes you might fall asleep too. It's good to fall asleep, but you have to understand you fall asleep when you feel relaxed. There is a moment that you should feel. But the unfortunate part is you fall asleep when after the whole hard work, when you feel relaxed. That is a moment that you should enjoy. So be vigilant and enjoy here and now. The moment of here and now. We can call that moment the aha moment. Yeah, when you feel the present moment, your whole body, your whole veins, your whole blood, everything becomes totally shining. So your both body and mind, they become very upright. So try to feel such kind of moments and develop such kind of moments within. So give you everything and keep on observing the breath. Incoming breath, outgoing breath. Very patiently, very patiently. Now everyone, please keep your back straight. Neck straight. Head straight. Now please keep your right palm on your left palm. And now please close your eyes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And let that breath go. Take another deep breath. Hold it and let that breath go. Take another deep breath. And let that breath go. Now relax. Let your whole body to relax. I will pay our gratitude and respect to the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha first. And then after that, we are going to start today's silent meditation. Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho. Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati. Satadeva manusanam buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko. Ehi passiko opanaiko pacatang veditammo vinyo hiti. Supanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho. Unyo panipangno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho. Sami cipatipangno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yadinang cattari purisa yugani atte purisa puggala. Esa bhagavato savaka sangho. Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punyaketang lokasate. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a vigilant mind, Everyone, please start your meditation. Pay your entire attention to the breath which is coming in and which is going out. And keep on focusing. And let your mind to develop inner peace, inner happiness within. Practice vigilantly. Practice very ardently. Very ardently. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Now everyone, please start your meditation. Now, let's share loving kindness for 5 minutes. So, new students, if you want to change your posture very calmly and slowly, you can change your posture, but if you want, you can change your posture slowly and calmly. Now, but keep the eyes closed during the whole process. Now, let's share a loving kindness with all the beings in brief. First of all, let's share loving kindness with yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself. Now let's share our loving kindness with our parents, relatives, teachers, and friends. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May my parents, my teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards them too. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the neutral people who are neither your friends or enemies. May all the neutral people who are in the middle be well, be happy, be peaceful. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. Now let's think about our enemies. Due to our negativities, we or they, the enemies, might have done things that have angered each other. this is the time to let go of that grudge, because if you keep the grudges, you are the one who's going to suffer. So let go of your grudge and forgive and forget. Please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Now let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the whole universe. That means not only human beings, visible or invisible, all beings. Powerful or not powerful, beautiful or ugly, young or old, skillful or not skillful, all beings. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards all the beings. All the beings. Now everyone, slowly and peacefully, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax. Now please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, hope you could control your untamed bull. Mine is always just like an untamed bull. I think I told you last time too. So it is running everywhere. What you are doing is you take the rope of meditation and tie it to the tree of consciousness. And then it, first of all, it will run. It will try to escape, but you will try to bring back it, then, but it can't run all the way out. It only can run within the area which is allowed, just around the tree. Then gradually it will get tired, and then it will become a tempo. Mind is the same. It will try to run. It will try to run to various kinds of places. But since you have the rope of meditation, you will bring back again the mind to consciousness. And then what will happen? So you will be able to develop concentration little by little. Little moments of concentration gradually gather. So first of all, those moments will have a lot of gaps. But the gaps, the amount of gaps, the timeline of gaps, so those gaps will reduce little by little. And finally, your mind will become a concentrated mind. Working hard is the most important thing. So don't go after various kinds of thoughts. So if they stay, let them stay. If they go, let them go. But try to give your entire attention, full attention, not half attention. So half attention to the thought, half attention to the breath, that doesn't work. Full attention. I told you, aha moment. The moment that your awareness and the breath hits. The moment that your awareness and the breath both get together. So you have to work until that moment. That is the real concentrated moment. All the other moments that you think as concentrated moments, they are actually not fully concentrated. You were with the breath, but more than half, you were with thought. So it is not fully concentrated. So you have to bring the full concentration. So it is just like, so I think last week I told you, just like you take out the surface level of the trash of a pond, right? Did I teach you? Right. So there is a pond which is abandoned for a long time. On the surface level of that pond, there are trash, various kinds of trash. So dead insects, dead leaves, and such kind of things. Someone comes and takes out the trash which are floating on the surface level of the pond. Then we have to have that moment first. So that moment is when you connect your awareness with the breath fully. When you start that first moment, when that happened for the first time, the process starts. So until then, you will have peaceful moments, you will have calm moments, you will have some inner happy moments, but still it is not full. So that is the moment which will start the real peace and inner peace and inner happiness actually for the first time. So give you everything. When you observe the breath, this is just like another job. When you do your job at your workplace, so you give your entire attention, right? You don't think about anything else. This is also a job. This is a spiritual job, to rebuild yourself. So one spiritual teacher says, you re-engineer yourself, right? You rebuild. I think Sadhguru, there is a spiritual teacher called Sadhguru. He says he talks about this as re-engineering process, right? So somehow you rebuild. You have started the journey to find out, in search of the long lost peace, and real happiness. So, so it is up to you whether you will find it or you abandon it. So, as a teacher, what I can do is, according to my experience, so I'm practicing this for a very long time, and I have trained under many teachers. So, according to my experience, what I do is, I just I give you the instructions how to go. So but I can't walk on behalf of you. You have to walk yourself. Once, so during the Buddhist time, there was there was teaching every evening. Every evening there was a teaching at the Jetavanaram temple. And one young person came to meet the Buddha. So he participated participated during the teaching for many teaching sessions. So he came. He wanted to meet the Buddha in person to ask several questions. So Buddha gave him time. So both of them met. After paying respect to the Buddha, after the basic conversation, that young man asked one question from the Buddha. Sir, I have seen so many people like myself, participating in these teaching sessions. I have seen that most of them, after some time, their face has changed. So their face, from the appearance, we can say that they have completely changed. So they have completely changed physically, emotionally, in a positive manner. And they have gained more and more happiness, more and more peace with it. And among them, there are people like us. So even though how much we come, there is no progress. So why is that? Then Buddha very compassionately gave an answer. Buddha told, son, I think you are not from. So there are 4 ways that Buddha gives answers. So one way is, so this is not the time to describe all of them. One way is counter questions. By counter questions, he gives answers. So, so his appearance was, he was not originally from Magadha kingdom. He was from another outer state. So Buddha asked, I think you are not from this state. Sorry, he was in Kosala state, but actually he was from Magadha state. So Buddha asked, son, I think you are not from this area. Am I correct? Then he said, yes, I'm not from this area. I'm from Rajya. I'm from Magadha. Then Buddha asked, so the people who are, so the friends of the friends that you associate, sometimes they might want to go to Magadha kingdom. At that time, do you teach them, do you let them know how to reach Rajya? Then that young man told, yes, sir, I give the full description, right? You go to Bodh Gaya and you go to north, you go to south, this way, that way, like that. Go to Rajya. So I give the full description. Then Buddha do all of them reach Rajya or not everybody. Then that young man replied, say, all of them don't read Rajya. Some of them, they go to the middle, to halfway, and they are someone else who doesn't know the path in the real way. So then they tell them another path, and they follow that path, and they lose the way. So such kind of people won't go to Rajya, and some people think that it's too far, so they come back. So those people, they won't reach Rajya. Only the people who follow the route that I tell them, they reach Rajya. Then Buddha told, spiritual path is the same. So since those people not only listened, but since they practiced ardently, giving their whole strength, they develop inner peace and inner happiness. Those who didn't practice, they were just like the others. They didn't reach up to that level. They are the same. That young person understood and then started practicing, and finally he also gained inner peace and inner happiness. So always I remind that all these teachings are not some kind of for the philosophical entertainment, right? So these teachings are for you to practice. Work hard for yourself, love yourself, and work hard for yourself. So when you are in distress, if you have anger, you are the one who is suffering. You run anywhere, but you will suffer. Even though you go to the middle of the sea, if you have anger, you are a person who will suffer. If you have greed, if you have jealousy, if you have ill will, if you have vanity, if you have all these kinds of negativities, you are the one who is going to suffer. There is a path to come out of that suffering. So you don't have to go to a forest to practice this. You don't need a very quiet place. Stay at one place at the beginning, a place where there is less sound. So still your whole body and mind for a while, and pay your entire attention to yourself, and be alone within yourself, and start observing incoming breath and outgoing breath. Work hard. So this is a struggle that you do for you. Later on, the others will get benefits. But the first person to get benefits is you. Work until you gain that aha moment experience. Work hard. So when you practice meditation, there are so many benefits that you can gain. So I will teach you certain benefits that were found. So you don't need actually scientific proofs to understand about the benefits of meditation. When you practice, you realize. So then and there, you start to realize, oh, this is working. This is wonderful. But it is good to have a motivation. For that, I want to give you certain results of researchers. So certain famous researchers did, and the findings that they had made so by conducting those researches. So first thing which will affect when you practice meditation is your brain. So during the meditation, so brains can see increased activity in regions directly correlated with decreased anxiety and depression, and along with increased pain and increase pain tolerance. So some people have a lot of pain, physical, mental pain. So you develop the ability to tolerate it better, better when you practice meditation. But don't practice meditation to come out of your pain. So make the pure purpose. These are side effects. These are side effects that you'll gain. Your objective is just to develop inner peace and inner happiness. That's why you are practicing. These are small benefits that you will gain. And then default mode network, this area, okay? Default mode network in particular is activated when one's mind is at rest and not focusing on the outside world. It has been found to improve memory, self-awareness, and goal setting. So the best person who developed the mind to great level among the normal people, not the beings like the Buddha. So they only use maximum 1 to 10% capacity of the mind, of the brain. The rest, they stay asleep. So throughout the life. But when you practice meditation, what you do is you let those nerves also to become active. Let them a chance to come active and give you extra energy, extra abilities. One thing it will help you to obtain is a good long-lasting memory, right? So I know certain Bantes, they were, those Bantes, one Bante whose name was Bante Ananda Maitreya. He was 104 years old when he started learning computer science, 1997. So, and I know another Bante, he was around 80 something. So he learned Russian, finished learning Russian. So this happened early 19th century, right? Bante Ikad he finished learning Russian. So when he was in his 80s. So like that, there are many Bantes that I know. They have a very great memory, many great memory, sometimes unbelievable memory about things which happened 70, 80, 90 years ago. So that happens because they activate this network, default mode network of the mind, of the brain. And then self-awareness. You become fully aware about the things that you do. Whatever the things that you do with your body, with your whatever things that you think, you become self-aware about them. And you gain the ability to set the goals and achieve the goals. Some people, they can obtain short goals, but hard to obtain long goals. But if someone becomes a good meditator, they gain the ability, they develop the ability to goal set and obtain the goal, right? And then, so one scientist compared brains of some Buddhist monks with new meditators. They found the region of brain associated with empathy much more pronounced in monks. It also literally changes your brain waves, and we can measure these frequencies. Meditators have a higher number of alpha waves, which were shown to reduce feelings of negative mood, tension, sadness, and anger. So it also changes our brain shape and size. After 8 weeks of meditation, gray matter was more dense in areas associated with learning, memory processing, and emotional regulation. And then amygdala, which deals with stress, blood pressure, and fear, had decreased. Had decreased. And then meditation not only decreased blood pressure. Another group of scientists found, so researchers found, meditation not only decreased blood pressure, but also increased the variability of your heart rate. It plays a critical role in transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout your body. Then another scientist found, so in a study where both meditators and non-meditators were given the flu virus, meditators were able to produce a greater number of antibodies and had increased immune function. So like that, there are so many. This is not the time to tell the whole thing. So these things will motivate. There are so many. Now, now it says, so according to various news reports, it says that there are more than 1,000 researchers within a year about meditation. So within these 5 minutes, it is not easy to cover the whole findings, all conclusions that they have got. Somehow understand. So meditation changes first your mind. Meditation changes second your body. It gives you a healthy body, healthy mind first, then healthy body second. And so these are still side effects. That means side advantages. The greatest thing that it gives is real peace and real happiness. That's why we should practice meditation, giving your entire strength ardently, patiently, and with the whole determination that you do have. So keep on going. So first, you will develop a positive world within yourself. Then you will try to create a positive world. So you will help. You will help to create a positive world outside you. And you will be the change who will change the world that you associate. Right? So please practice very ardently. So now we are going to conclude. Everyone, please think. All of us practice this noble technique of meditation and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of this positive energy, let's wish. May all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. Practicing this noble, non-sectarian Dhamma path. May all of us attain that ultimate real peace, ultimate real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate. Abhivadana silisse nichang baddha pachayinu chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayubangno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjato. May all be well. May all be happy. May all be very peaceful. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Good night, everyone. See you all in the next week. Sukhi hotu. Right. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Hope to see you soon.
Buenas noches, Jaime.
Buenas noches, Bante.
Buenas
Thank you
noches.
very much.
Me be happy. Rahul and Pragati, good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Bante.
Bante.
Thank you so
Good
much.
night. Me be happy. And good night, Sahana and Arjit.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so glad that you joined too. Right.
Yes, Bhante.
Right.
Thank you so
Bipul,
much,
good
Bhante.
night. Yeah, me be happy.
Thank you.
Bipul, good night. Bipul, can you hear me? Mrs. Meena, good night.
Thank you, Bante.
Me be happy, Mrs. Meena. Okay. Konbanwa.